Welcome to Kung Fu Havoc number 2. This is part 6. It is the final part of Politics Ruins Friendships. Now, and this is how I feel. Now, and yeah, I try to keep the cussing down because I am a cusser. But this is how I feel. I honestly think that for the most part of the world, and for the most part of my videos, people aren't as oblivious as they pretend to be, but they still go with the obliviationist because it's safe. Alright? If you deny that someone's a racist, it keeps you safe. If you deny that someone is an asshole, it keeps you safe, even if you like that asshole. But if you deny it, it keeps you in a neutral place where people won't judge you or whatever. I'm not here to judge you. I may be here to question your moral compass, but I've made that 100% clear. I'm not here to judge you because, if you do vote, you have every right to complain. But you also have to remember that if I voted for the opposition and it causes you problems, that's on me. If you voted for the opposition and it causes me problems, it's on you. But the point of the matter in the middle is that we all voted. Now here's how politics work. I'm going to be honest with you. Politics work on a sense of, I got this side of voters and my opponent has that side of voters. Whatever one of us has the higher number of voters, it's going to be the guy running this country. But here's how politics really work. I want your vote. I promise you this, but I'm going to do that. I promise you that, but I'm going to do this because I got your vote now, you can't take it back. And now I can do whatever I want. I can lie to you because, it's what I planned on doing from the jump. You just didn't know that. I planned on doing it from the jump, and when I got your vote, cha-ching, it was going to happen. So, there it is. Cha-ching, it was going to happen. So if all politicians can't honor their word and can't tell the truth, we're all screwed. Simple as that. So again, when I ask you the why, it's because most of us follow the in crowd. Alright? Let's cop to it. How many of you black people voted for Obama for anything other than the fact that he was black? Can you answer that? I'm sure you can't. Like I said, his first term, I was voting for Hillary to get the nomination. She didn't get it, so my vote went to Obama. Not because he was black, but because he was the only option I had. And there was no other person when it came down to those two fighting for supremacy of who was going to get the damn Democratic nominee. I was all in for Hillary. All in. Balls to the wall, all in for Hillary. I knew Obama had a decent thing, and being mixed, I kind of felt his struggle because we've all had the same struggle. He's black and white, born in Hawaii. I am part Native American, part black, part white, born in Virginia. Kind of similar stories, except for he's a lawyer, he has a beautiful wife. I'm forever single, unless my crush somehow, by the grace of God, comes into my life and it's permanent. Anyway, that being said, I gotta go this way. That being said, similar struggles, only he came up in a more rougher time than me, where people like him was a commodity. People like me, we aren't as much of a commodity now, thank you, Rock, but at the same time, we're still unrepresented in media. Kamala Harris, just like Barack, half black and half Indian instead of half black and half white, but not my kind of Indian from India. So, same struggle, although 9 times out of 10 when you're mixing your girls, it's a fuck ton easier and you're a fuck ton prettier. Anyway, you have to understand that I call out racism on this shit. I usually just make kung fu movies and videos and shit, and that's what the channel is called. Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Because I mostly only do martial arts shit here. But when I get into politics, the reason why I'm making this video is because of some shit that happened on Facebook about racism, which I will do another totally different away from this when I'm done with this video on racism on social media. But I'm going to call it like I see it. You know, racism is racism. And our president, I'm sorry, you can love him all you want. That does not change the fact that he's a bloody racist. You know, he is a bloody racist. So if you're following him, the only reason why I'm questioning your moral compass is, are you a racist and my friend? Or are you a secret racist and my friend waiting for your opportunity to stab me in the face? Now, if you're not a racist and you're following him, that means you're just following the in crowd and your wallet's getting fatter because he's benefiting you, which is the other part of how politics work. If you vote for a guy who's making your wallet fat, but everybody under you who's a minority, not the majority, wallet is getting smaller and smaller, and you're getting richer and richer while your friends are suffering, and you feel like a big shot because now not only can you buy your dinner, but you can buy their dinner, and you're always treating them. Yeah, I understand that's why you're voting for him, because your wallet, you're able to shell out more money and it doesn't affect you, where people like me, who it does affect, can barely buy a freaking meal, can barely go grocery shopping, but you're not looking at it from our point of view because it's not affecting you. It's not affecting you directly. Hey, James, can I come to your house for dinner? Nah, dude, I don't have the funds right now. I just can't. You know, I can't support you. I can't support myself. I can barely support my family. Luckily for me, I don't have a wife or kids. But I'm going to be honest. I don't have the funds. If I can't pay for my own dinner when I go out with you, I don't go out with you. You know, I don't have money to buy 6 pieces of chicken at a restaurant. I don't go out. You know, I have to worry about, do I have 6 pieces of chicken at home to eat? So again, if you're following him and it makes your pockets fat, I get it. Doesn't mean you're a racist. But if you're following him because you're secretly a racist and you don't want to ruin your friendships with people who are of different races, then you're not being honest with your friends to begin with. You know? So, on my Facebook thing, when this incident happened, which will be into the other video, but just to drop it here first, someone was talking about Trump, and are you a Democrat or Republican came up. And I quickly, that's why the title of this thing is called Politics Ruin Friendships. I quickly said, I don't want to talk about that because I like to keep the friends that I have here. I was completely honest about it. Because I knew the second that I said that I already voted for Biden, I never hear the end of it. And I have left Facebook groups before because of all the happy Trump this, happy Trump that, and I'm like, you know what, these cats are clearly, if they're black, they're misleaded. If they're white, they're probably right where they want to be. And if they're Asian, they're definitely misled. So I'd rather not lose the friends I have, regardless of their color, because of their option to vote for a president that I personally believe is a racist, that I have brought video to these stories that he is a bloody racist. I have brought video evidence confirming that he's a racist. But if you can see it and not believe it, you know, that's the clusterfuck that is. Let me open up another video. And you know, this is another thing that just threw me. You know, and it hurt my feelings, but it pissed me off more than it hurt my feelings. Because you know, I have a lot of Asian friends. Now what I just typed was Trump tells Asian reporter to go ask China. Alright, I'm going to show you one of these videos. One is 1 minute and 16 seconds. One is 1:22, and it's from The Sun. The other one is from The Word, that's 6:24. We're not going that deep. One's from CNN, it's 8:57. One is from The National, it's 51 seconds. Let's see if they gave us enough, and if not, then we'll go back up to the top to the 1:15, because everything else is over 1:15, and then there's one that's 2:45, 1:25. I'm not trying to take up all y'all time. No. So 51 seconds. This is from The National. I'll set this out here so y'all actually can see it. Nope, damn it. Nope, damn it. Technology. See, this thing's a touchscreen TV, camera, phone, whatever this machine is, it's touchscreen. And I'll be honest, the only reason I bought it was because the girl had nice boobs. And I was looking at her boobs, and I was hearing her, but I wasn't listening. She had a pretty face too, and my eyes, it's like one of my eyes was like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but one eye was down on her boob and one eye was up in her face. And I was like, I didn't even know I could do that. But I was doing it, and I was like, oh my God. So everything that was coming out her mouth fell on deaf ears. I heard nothing she said. I forgot that I'm actually pretty fucking stupid when it comes to tech. So I decided, okay, this pretty lady's trying to sell me this laptop. So I bought it.
Many times that the U.S. is doing far better than any other country when it comes to testing.
Yes.
Why does that matter? Why is this a global competition to you if every day Americans are still losing their lives and we're still seeing more cases every day?
Well, they're losing their lives everywhere in the world. And maybe that's a question you should ask China. Don't ask me, ask China that question, okay? When you ask them that question, you may get a very unusual answer. Yes, behind you, please.
Sir, why are you saying that to me specifically?
I'm telling you, I'm not saying it specifically to anybody. I'm saying it to anybody that would ask a nasty question like that.
That's not a nasty question.
Please go ahead.
Why does it
Now,
matter?
maybe I should have showed you the whole one. The one that's a little bit more, the one I probably should have showed you at first. The one that's like almost a minute and a half. 1:17 to be exact. And that one was CBS News. The other one is from another news channel that I've never heard of. And it's 1:16. And then there's one from The Sun. Which how long are you? It's 122. So we're not going to go there. Then there's one that's 6:4 that has commentary. And that's actually from FX or Fox. And then it has ABC written on there, so it's hard for me to tell. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the one that's 1:16, because it's like the lowest one. And that video that you just saw, you didn't get to see what the reporter actually looks like.
If you see your state, the deadline for registering to vote
going to
online
make
is
sure
approaching. It takes just 2 minutes to do it
that you
right
do
now.
this time.
Don't miss the deadline. Make your voice count. Register to vote today at readytovote2020.org.
And y'all should probably all go register to vote if you haven't. Where's the damn? There we go.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Many times that the
And of course the internet's starting to go down. Let's see what happens while we wait. So when I first saw
U.S. is
that,
doing far better than any other
Murphy's
country when it comes to testing.
Yes.
Why does that matter? Why is this a global competition to you if every day Americans are still losing their lives and we're still seeing more cases every day?
Well, they're losing their lives everywhere in the world. And maybe that's a question you should ask China. Don't ask me, ask China that question, okay? When you ask them that question, you may get a very unusual answer. Yes, behind you, please.
Sir, why are you saying that to me specifically?
I'm telling you,
should ask
I'm
China?
not saying it specifically to anybody. I'm saying it to anybody that would ask a nasty question
That's
like that.
not a nasty
Please
question.
go ahead.
Why does it matter?
Okay, anybody else? Please, go ahead in the back, please.
I have two
No,
questions.
it's okay.
But
We'll
you
go over
pointed
here.
to me. I have two questions, Mr.
Next,
President.
next, please.
But you called on me.
I did, and you didn't respond, and now I'm calling on
Sorry, I just
the
wanted
young
to
lady in the back, please.
I just wanted to let my colleague finish.
Okay.
But can I ask you a
Ladies
question?
and gentlemen, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
surprise, ladies! I guess he's gonna grab you by the pussy. So not only was he angry and evil to an Asian woman, but he was angry and evil to a young white lady as well. And this is where I come in with the why. Why are you following this guy? As you can see, he was very racist to the young Asian lady, who's a reporter who technically is from Virginia. And he was even more ruder to the young white lady, who gave like 2 minutes for the young Asian lady to finish the question. But you guys don't think that I'm not calling him out because he's a racist? Oh, I'm completely calling him out because he's a racist. The whole point of this video is about politics, but his racism and his politics are part of the reason why I made this video. But I wanted to make sure you guys knew before you leave the channel. I wanted to pop up enough evidence to back my statements about him being racist. And I wanted to ask the black people and the Asian people and the Hispanic people, why are you following someone who condemns you? You know, why? Why are you following him? I gave you good reasons. It's helping your wallets. You're secretly a racist, or you're a outright racist who's okay with that shit. And then I ask you, do you have anybody in your family who's mixed? Do you have anybody in your family who feels the pain of what white racists go through, what black racists go through, what Asian racists go through? No, because you don't have anybody like me. When a white person is racist to a black person, all black people feel it. When a black person is racist to a white person, all white people feel it. When a black or a white person is racist to an Asian person, all Asian people feel it. And this shit festers hate amongst us all. So, if an Asian person is hateful to a black person, you start fucking up their stores. If a white person is hateful to a black person, you start fucking up their stores. If an Asian person is hateful to a white person, you start fucking up their stores. If an Asian person is hateful to a black person, you start fucking up their stores. You get where I'm going. This president that we have is all out racist. For anyone who support him, I ask your moral compass. Are you a racist? Or are you following him because he's got your wallet? If he's got your wallet and you're following him, I'm okay with that. If you're following him because you're a racist and you're an undercover racist, I'm not okay with that. Because there shouldn't be a thin line between being a racist and an undercover racist. You either are or you're not. If you're an undercover racist, I would like to know. If you are a straight up racist, I got mad respect for you because you're a straight up racist. I told you guys a few years back, or maybe a few videos back, whenever, I had a friend who had a father who was a racist. Now, he wasn't racist. His father wasn't raising him to be racist, but his father said to me straight up, I'm a racist, I hate black people. And I was like, you realize I'm half black? He's like, yeah. But I also realized that you, being half black, isn't a choice that you actually got the chance to make. You know, no one can help what family they're born into. I never stopped respecting that man from that day forward. Because he was straight with me from the jump. He's like, look, I don't like black people. I can't hate you because you didn't choose to have a black parent. I said, well, technically, I have a black grandparent. My parents are mixed because my dad's mixed with Cherokee and black. He has more black features because his father was black. His mother was Cherokee. Or at least half Cherokee because his grandmother was full-blooded Cherokee. Anyway, my mother, who's part Cherokee, part white, and part black, and my mom looks like a fucking white woman. So, you know, I mean, when you think about it, you know, you have to figure out, one, what's going on, and two, how did we get there? So, let me save this so I can come back to it. And I'm going to do the one thing that I probably shouldn't do, which is give you guys a pic of my fracking mother. No, just because it's the only way I can actually set a tie and prove something. No, that's not the right file. It's definitely not the right file. That ain't the right file either. Where in the hell are you? Nope, that ain't it. See, I have a better picture. Of course I don't. Just trying to find a more productive picture where you actually could get a good look. I don't have time to hunt. So now you see why I lost her and why I nicknamed her Premium Blend. But, you know, in all honesty, the whole thing is that we have our moments where we have to understand quite a few things, you know. And I mean, in all honesty, I am one of those people. I am multicultural. I do not have the right to be a racist, but I will call out a racist in my video channel as long as YouTube lets it stay up, you know. I have had a couple of videos yoked down for being informal about transgender killings and stuff like that. But, you know, in doing so, you know, there's consequences with our actions. And I'm pretty sure these videos are probably suicide or career suicide. But since I don't have a career, it's not really career suicide if I don't have a career to begin with. You know, or at least I don't have the career I would prefer to have. And people have been fired for less. You know, and I think honestly that if you have nothing better to do with your time, then find somebody who works with you or for you and fire them for some shit that they posted on their own channel, you know, then you probably really need to get a life. And so do I, but I'm not going to go fire anybody from my employment if I actually had, like, bosses, you know. I'm not going to go fire someone from watching their freaking Instagrams and YouTubes and all that stuff, because that's not my concern. That's not anything to do with the company in which I run. You know, I don't honestly think that there should be a restriction on that, because, you know, people have the right to live their life, and I don't think the job should be able to control what you do outside the job. But at the same time, if you're going to do that, then you need to make that policy abundantly clear. But you also shouldn't be able to fish for trouble to fire someone for something that they said 10 years ago. You know, we all know what happened to Kevin Hart. So you shouldn't be able to use that against them. That's basically what I'm saying. And I can't find the video I was looking for, so that sucks. But, you know, you have to understand where I'm coming from so that, you know, you won't be like, oh, well, now we got an excuse. Yeah, you do have an excuse. But that also just proves that you're more of a D-hole than you need to be. And you don't really need to be. But some people just choose to be D-holes. You know, and you don't have to do that. I mean, in all honesty, you could just be a normal human being and give people an honest-to-God shot versus, you know, okay, so you did this thing 10 years ago. It shouldn't be something that we should be able to hold accountable for you later. But the way the world works, you know, anything to get rid of a person is generally how the way the world works. And we just accept it because that's who we are. We accept it, and we like it, and we keep it going. We shouldn't have to do that, but we do. Damn it, that's the wrong button. So I just want to know, you know, the why. I gotta know the why. You know, if you're following him because it's your money, I get it. I get it. But if you're following him because you are metaphorically, unequivocatedly, unadulterated, unapologetic, a fracking racist, then say that. I follow him because I am a racist. I will respect you more. Your job might be in danger, which is another reason why people keep that stuff to themselves. Damn it. I need that IRS paper. But, you know, for the most part, you know, the whole thing is just that the man is a racist. You don't have to like it, but it's the truth. The man is all out a racist. I'm sorry. Welcome to the real world. So, thanks for watching. I'm going to make a complete racist video now about this racism on Facebook that I don't really think that people seem to understand. And I'm going to touch on some theories and people aren't going to like it. But thanks for watching. Come for Havoc number 2. Be honest with everyone. And remember, in all honesty, politics do ruin friendships. They do. I'm sorry. You probably don't want to believe that. You probably don't want to hear it, but you have to hear it because it is the truth. Like I said, this whole thing started with some crap on Facebook about voting for Trump or voting for Biden, and how everybody that I talked to on there were, well, Trump is this, Trump is that, Trump is this, and putting them all in a positive light. Well, Biden is this, or Biden is that, Biden is this, putting them all in a negative light. Honestly, I was voting for Warren. So Biden has my vote because he was the Democratic nominee. I was not voting for him. Not really. But when the options came down, he's the only option I have left. He made a spectacular comeback. He beat Sanders because Sanders and Warren were having at it. And Harris dropped out. Andrew Yang dropped out. The gay guy dropped out. The other black guy dropped out. Everybody started dropping out like flies. So it got down to the final 3, which was Sanders, Warren, and Biden. I didn't see Biden getting anywhere near this. I seen Warren because she was higher in the polls than Biden. And it was basically down to Warren and Sanders. It was like, well, if Sanders wins the nominee, then I will go for Sanders. Out of the blue. Biden's had some missteps. But out of the blue, he rocketed around both of them. And the only misstep he had was, if you don't vote for me, then you're not black. Yeah, that was probably the only misstep he's had. But let me tell you who else had some missteps, and I don't give a damn what anybody says. He's still my boy, Bill Maher. Because he had some missteps about being the House N-word. But under any circumstances, he recovered from that shit quickly. He recovered way better than Paula Deen, and way better than other people. You know, and I don't think it was fair that Paula Deen lost her job. But, you know, sometimes you really got to watch what you say on TV. You know, so you gotta know where your boundaries are. I'm on the internet. I have 104 people following me. I may only have one person following me after these videos, and that's fine. You know, the 99 of you will always be welcome back. But I'm an honest man. And if you don't like honesty, this probably just isn't the channel for you. You know? So again, thanks for watching. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Be seeing you.